And welcome finally to the Formula One 1985 season. Yes, indeed, we're here finally. We are still in the Ferrari. Now then, the start of the season. We've got the calendar here in front of us. We've got the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is to mirror real life as it was if the tracks are in the game. So, yes, Chicurapagua. Then we're going to Estoril. And then we're going to go to Imola, then Monaco, Montreal, Watkins Glen is the first change because I believe it was Detroit. And then the French Grand Prix, we haven't got the French track, so we're going to Le Mans Bugatti as last season. And then Silverstone, the brand new German Grand Prix. The track, this is a brand new track that was came out last season. It was the European Grand Prix. This track was the first run 1984 last season, but this is the first time it's run actually as the German Grand Prix. Then we've got Spielberg, of course, the Österreich Ring there in Austria. Then we've got, unfortunately, we haven't got round 11 track, which is Zandvoort. We're still waiting for that to come one day maybe, but we're using Cavallo Long as last season. And then the last 5 rounds, we've got Monza, as the same as real life, Spa, Francorchamps, then we've got Brands Hatch, which is the European Grand Prix, and then we've got Kyalami, the penultimate round, and then the last round is Adelaide. So yes, Adelaide joins the calendar, 1985, so that will be the very last round. And you can see on the left hand side here we've got the drivers. We've got myself in the Ferrari, Riccardo Patrese there, DeAngelis Berger, we've got Berger in the arrows there. By the way, Patrese, that's the Benetton Alfa Romeo. You can see Alan Jones returning back, and that is the Lola Hart. Mansell and the Williams. So all these drivers were Cheever, Brundle, Alio, Alboreto, my teammate in the Ferrari there, to Fabi, Ginzani. Looks like he'll be driving with Jacques Lafitte, I believe, in the Ligier. Yep. Okay, there's Prost, who was the champion for us last season in the McLaren. His teammate is louder there. In the between, you've got Jonathan Palmer's Zach Speed, Winkelhock, Warwick, one of the Renaults there. His teammate is Tombe, as we saw. Schura, Rosberg, as his partner in Mansell in the Williams. There's Lafitte, PK in the Brabham, and Ayrton Senna, who's moved from Tolman to JPS Lotus. And he will be with DeAngelis, his teammate. Yeah, and then we got and also Pierre Luigi Martini in the Minardi as well. So yes, looking like a good season. Let's get cracking with qualifying, and yeah, start the qualifying for the Brazilian Grand Prix. This is the Chicurapagua circuit, which is in Rio, Brazil, and same as last year, run as the Brazilian Grand Prix. We've had Interlagos previously as well, and that will be later in the calendars, later years. But yep, still here at Rio, so looking forward to this. So let's see how we get on in the qualifying. Okay, so let's check out setup. We'll load the qualifying set. Chicurapagua. Get back into the swing of things. Right, here we go. Wow, so here we are, 1985 at last. No refueling. Refueling is banned, so you'll be the only pit stops we'll be making is for tyres, and will need tyre change. The tyres will not last the distance. Everyone will at least have to change tyres at least once. So here we get on. So Ferrari have one of the teams that were unchanged from last season. Kini Alboreto, teammate. A few changes here and there. I'll let you know as we go. Spot them. These tyres up. As per usual, we've got an hour-long session of qualifying. Late on brakes there. Right, we're in the last corner. Let's set a lap time. No one has actually set a lap time yet. There are a few cars in front of us, so we'll get a lap on the wall probably just before we get there. So we've got a rough idea what the lap times are. Last season, I think we was going to get 5th place, but right in the end of the race, Prost was coming to lap us, the leader, and we made a little bit of an error, hit a curb, and we lost 2 or 3 places. So unfortunately, we finished just outside the points for the first round, which is a shame. I felt in practice we did quite well here. But yeah, that was a bit disappointing. However, we finished. That's the main thing. But we weren't considering it was in the points until a few laps from the end. It was a bit disappointing to come away with how many points. But definitely aiming for points this season if we can. Start to the season. We'll have to see. We don't know how strong the car is relative to the others teams. Apparent, quickly to there. Become apparent as the season gets underway, really. The qualifying session. More importantly, in the races. Check the fleet to provisional pole. 37.6. We're not giving it full beats at the moment, so tyres are still getting up to speed. So we'll be quite a few seconds off that. Imagine. A couple of seconds away. Right, those two correct bits. Randall was built two team last year. Last season, but different paint scheme. Last season it was green, wasn't it? So this season looks like it's the blue. The two. Here's one of the brand new teams. Alan Jones coming back this season with the Lola Hart, I believe. There we go. Look at it there. One of the potentially one of the slower cars on the grid this year, I imagine. So not at the speed of the straight, as our Ferrari does. Got our setup built for, well, I mean it's built to go as fast as we can the straight, especially when we punch a hole and get the turbo going. Half a second up on last lap. So last lap was 1:39.8. This is a 1:39.1. Alboreto on pole. Provisional pole. 27th, but that time we'll not stuff, keep it 7th, I think. Coming up to Berger. Berger is new this season as well to the AMS2. He's kind of starting, making his start to his Formula 1 career. Get that really right, and get it working, get that right, this great little section. I'm getting held up a bit here. It's quick, but he's not as quick as last one, unfortunately. He was up by, I think, another half a second, maybe. Oops. Can't dive in like that. Very lucky we nearly entangled the wheels completely, and that would have been bad. Okay. How many what have we got? We've got a fair bit of fuel. Probably can take some out actually. Go for shorter runs. Let's see what we're like on the straight compared with the arrows. We should be faster. Ferrari. He's got a fair punch. Okay. So he's got low wind as well. Looks like he's running low wind. It's pretty quick on the straights. Corners, not so much. Getting a run. You see we're quicker here as well. We can't go around there. Let's back off a little bit. Tyres are still okay. Don't think we've got a flat spot. Fuel's okay. Right. Okay, we're at 10th so far. 2 seconds off the pace. And Senna. I was watching Senna too much there. See if we can keep it going. The grass is a bit slippy. Luckily it's not been raining, otherwise we'd be slipping away. No damage or any of the car. Right. So we'll do a couple more laps. The tyres. Not too bad, just across the little bit. Opposite grip. Still okay. Yeah, we got a couple more laps done. Let's set tyres, and then we'll pop another set on. We'll go out and potentially do a slightly shorter run. Well, with less fuel. I've got too much fuel in here. We're going to have fuel for about 12, 13 laps here. Oh, no, too quick. Yeah, we don't want to make that mistake. Don't want traffic. But Tracy start catching us. Tracy is in the Alpha, isn't it? Those Alpha. And still, we didn't do any damage to the tyres, so we're okay. Right, okay, let's see if we can hook one up. Tracy behind us there, there goes. Right. go. Let's see if we can get a quicker time. So we did give it, was that 38.8 or something? Quicker up some of these corners. Second up on our best. Excellent. Good. Here. Pole? Who's your pole? Oh! That'll do. That'll do it. So there you go. Tyres nicely up to speed. All coming down. Ideal. Right. If we're down on the lap time, we'll come in the pits and this up. Freshen the boots on. Less fuel. Potentially could get a close to a 35, even we're thinking. Maybe. Was that 36? So maybe not 35, but we'll definitely think we can go quicker. So can the others, of course. I have a feeling that we're going to be better than qualifying this season. The race, I think, will be more difficult. Let's see. Okay, I really did hook that one up. Look at all my little sectors rocking in that last lap, so we'll pop in the pits. Time to practice the pit entry. Oops. That's why. You have to go quite slow in here. Yeah, you can't really attack in the curves or the curves as well. Okay. Wow, okay, so also, what we want to do is, return to the pits, what we want to do is edit the setup. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take some fuel out, because we don't really want, say, 5-6 laps at the most. But here's the thing. Right. So pit strategy is the thing I want to look at here. It's set to default. Now, let's get rid of the fuel and tyres. Let's get rid of that. Tyres. So let's edit tyres. Let's have a look. So what we want to do is we want a fuel strategy to basically just change the tyres. Automatic by weather. Yeah. So this is going to be the strategy, and we don't want any in this part of the strategy. We'll say this now because I think we've got everything we want. We've got basically just the tyres and nothing else. Okay, so that's that set up. So and that's tyres. And we can set that up as default. We'll edit the one that says fuel. Actually, there's no fueling in this. No fueling at all. So I'm going to take this off. I'm going to change the name of it as well. No fueling. This is suspension, brakes, engine. Okay. Save this. Does it let you save the name? Yeah. We'll call this. I'm going to call this damage. So if we've got damage, we just want to replace the damage, and that's this one. Okay. So now we've got two presets. We've got damage and tyres. We want a new one actually. We want to call it tyres plus damage. Okay, again, there's no fueling. Damage. Change tyres, yes. And we'll change to right, okay. So damage. Perfect. Okay, so save that. Right, now we've got some presets here. We've got three presets. We've got tyres only, damage only, and tyres and damage together. Perfect. That's there are the presets. It's set automatically for tyres, so that is excellent. Okay. Whether I need any more, any less wing? I don't really want. We don't need it. We just want to get rid of the corners, don't we? We're pretty good. Well, because we don't want to sabotage our stuff. Right. Okay. Let's see how that feels. We've got slightly less fuel, and we've got fresh tyres, so. We're still on provisional pole by a very small margin. Hoping to have a better season than last season. We only scored a handful of points. We seem to be near Tracy and Frost. Louder, here at McLaren. So I think that this season my rival is probably going to be ultimately Alan Prost in the McLaren. If I'm hoping that I can battle with him. He may be too quick for me. He may be have the tyres that last better, last longer. May have a better package, but we'll see what we can do. Ferrari around this time, 1985. Not the best Ferrari ever made, but you know, it's got the potential to win races, I think, and therefore potentially World Championship. My better tracks. I think it does suit the car and my driving, and also I think I spent most of my time. This track is a track I practiced quite a lot on. It's the first round of the 1983 season, which was my first ever season of my career, and I did practice a lot on this track. So the season opener was only Grand Prix for several years around this time. Fourth there, I have to get it down to second before this corner. Tyres nicely up to speed. Unfortunately, we're catching up on a bunch of cars trying to sort themselves out. I don't know if any of these are coming into the pits. That's the problem. Staying out. Setup, but it's got a lot of wing on, so we can afford that because our Ferrari produces a heck of a lot of power on straights. Oh, okay, just been bumped into the visual pole by Alvaretti. So I'm probably on track actually. We can get 3/10 in this first sector. We've done it again. But can we match the lap we did before? Oh, you know. Martin Brundle is terrible runners. Good lap. got a 35. I knew we could do a 35. I knew it. obviously don't want to cut it too far. Brake in and turn it at the end of the corners there. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, trying to go a bit quicker though, you can't really. You got to really go slow. Yeah. You can bump that a little bit. Okay. So we've got it set to tyres. Yeah, that's right. Tyres. Do we have a pair set on there? You can't see this. I've got it set to tyres. Right. Okay. So we're looking good with that one. Let's have a look at here. Sector times. So the first sector 23.8. We did have the first sector time, didn't we? Beat, but it looks like Kaylee Alvaretto has pinched our best first sector time off of us. We're looking at. Unless it was a different sector we were talking about. Looks like we've got sector 2 and sector 3 control. Sector 3, we've really got that one. 34 dead. No one can match any of that, can they? Frost actually is close to it. Oh, interesting. But he can't match me on the second sector. Frost has not got a quick way in, which leads me to believe maybe he kind of messed up the second sector. One of these cars is set up for, you know, stuff in the other sectors 1 and 3. Could be it. Because in the top 10 he's the slowest of all the top 10 runners in sector 2, but he's sector 3 he's pretty darn quick. Sector 1 pretty quick. Interesting. Interesting indeed. At the moment it's a Ferrari 1-2, excellent. Summers and Alboreto, front row of the grid, that won't that be good? I think Senna, Rosberg and the others on Prost. I've got something to say about that. Sometimes it takes teams drivers to get clear runs. They don't always get a clear run when they go out on their stints. I think I just saw Senna leapfrog Rosberg for P4. Good, I think I just saw that. Yeah. Okay, but I do like the setup. Where we got a limited amount, 5 laps or something like that. 5 laps to come in. That's pretty good. Gives me enough time to get the boost 100% in qualifying, and we've got the radiator only 20% open, which will overheat if you try doing too many laps with that setup. But obviously if you used to see the race setup, we would not be 20% on the radiator opening. Not a chance, because we probably won't make the end of the race if that's the case. But as it works well, we've got yeah, works well for qualifying. The radiator opening determines the amount of airflow into the radiator to cool the engine. This is important for managing both engine oil and water temperatures. See, that will rise too much in the race if you just leave it on. If you have 20% for the race, I think by about quarter distance you're going to get an overheating car. Bigger radiator opening means more engine cooling, but comes at a cost of aerodynamic drag and reduces downforce. So, yeah, there's always pros and cons to everything. But yeah, happy with that. We'll go up for another run in a second and see what else we can do. Still vital, almost half a second. Nice gap. So I think looking at this, the McLarens not got the ultimate pace in qualifying, but I think they are quite good in the race. Obviously, JPS Lotus done a good job with their car, looking pretty good. But I think Ferrari, it looks like Ferrari have done the best job this season. So we've got myself and Alboreto in good shape, currently first and second on the grid. So I think we've done a good job in the pre-season. So it seemed to go quite well. Didn't have too many problems, and we set some pretty good times in practice. So yeah, it's been going quite well, and this has come to fruition now by the look of it. So I know we've still got some 20 odd minutes to go in the qualifying, but it's looking pretty good so far. Yeah, so DeAngelis and Senna, the new boy, came from Tolman last season. He went into the JPS Lotus team for this 1985 season, joining Elio DeAngelis. Mansell moved to Williams to drive with Keke Rosberg. Pretty good partnership, that one. Mansell's a little bit shy of the mark at the moment, but it's his first race for Williams. But he's a little bit behind Rosberg at the moment. Doing well P5, but even Rosberg, I think, wants to. It's pretty close, though, isn't it? You see, it's the 136.8 for third, fourth, and fifth. So literally hundreds in it between those three drivers. Right. Whew. Right. Okay. Settle down and see if we can go back out there. Don't think anyone's set any faster time. I haven't spotted it, but they have. Who's at the back of the grid? Yeah, you see, you've got the new Lola car, Rowan Jones, and that's a little bit off the pace. But I mean, it's just a gradual thing. There's not any one crazy amount of like seconds upon seconds behind. I mean, it is nearly 142 though, so that's about 6 or 7 seconds at the moment. Maybe it's a little bit slow, but gradual. Mark Schurer. See, Bradman have gone a bit downhill. PK had a chance of the championships in 80. Well, obviously won in 83 and 84. He had a chance, but he fell away a little bit. Pinched the championship off him. But so this season, it's just that Bradman have just fallen away. I don't know what's going on with them. They're just not quite getting it together as they did. And I can't really see PK staying very much longer with the Bradman team. There's rumours that he might even be speaking to Frank Williams' team, so we'll have to see what happens for next year and subsequent years. So, right, let's get in the car and see if we can improve even to better our time. Don't know if we will, but give it our best shot. Let's get out there because the car's coming. Tyres are not up to operating temperature at the moment. A few bits behind. Right. Grand Prix. It's always nice to look forward to races, especially when you've got a good car. You know, it makes you really look forward to it. Avoid any mistakes, and that's the thing, isn't it? No one's perfect, people make mistakes, but just try to limit any little errors you make in the season, race to race. Still warming up at this stage, I think. Even when it comes to getting cracking first flying lap, it's still not sure the tyres are completely with you. high, it means potentially I've gone up a gear just a little bit too early. It did go up to 4 attempts up, but that was only because I blew the corner. Hit the, yeah. Hang on. Watch your hands coming through. Ah. Second there, third just clocking in the corner. Good bit of turning sometimes. Straight. Car really gets up to speed here. Got to make sure you pick your braking point for this though. Oh, that's an even little 360. Right. We get a wide line. Okay. Back there on the fastest lap. Oh, I can't replicate. Hold on, I really want to be consistent in the race and not make any errors. This is a big thing for me. Don't want to get on too many of those curves. tenths off the best lap. Oh. Yeah, yeah. Okay. Tyres are, I don't know, they're sliding a little bit. Oh, I've got my sector 1 back. Not my best sector 1 beat Alboreto. Yeah, Alboreto pips my sector 1 time, didn't he? So, Summers, Alboreto, Senna, De Angelis, Rosberg, Prost, that sort of feeds top 8. Originally. Oh boy. It's a tyre change. How long is a tyre change? Pit stop time just for tyres. Back in the mid 80s. 17, 18, 19, dear, 20 seconds. Dear with me. So there we go, we've got the sector 1 time of. Still said Alboreto. Was it sector 1 it came up as? I'll put down here Alboreto quicker. I don't know. Oh, that might be my best lap. Yeah, that might be my best lap. Of course. Well, it proves I can beat it then, doesn't it? If I can get a better. Ah, so this is their sector on their best lap. So anyone could have done a slightly better sector, but if it wasn't on their best lap, the best lap time, it won't show on here. Aha. Okay, so no, it's kind of hidden in our best sectors for sure. But so we did crack 23.661, which Alboreto did. We beat that apparently. I don't know how much. Maybe just shaved it slightly. So let's have a look here. Samus Alboreto still on the front row. Really happy with that. So yeah, it's almost 2 by 2 by 2 there, which the Prost has got in between the two Williams. 2 Ferraris currently on the provisional front row, and the 2 JPS Lotus in the second row. Rosberg's Williams with Prost on the third row at the moment. Mansell on the fourth row with Jacques Lafitte, the first of the Ligiers. Then we've got the pair of Renaults on row 5, Tombe and Warwick. A couple of tenths between them. And then Lauda, but a little bit disappointing with Lauda, to be honest with you. So I don't know whether he's had any issues with his car a little bit, or traffic on his runs, but maybe expecting to be inside the top 10, just outside at the moment there with a lap time that's well 1.5 seconds plus behind his teammate even. And I don't even think Prost has got a barnstormer in as yet, but the McLaren in the race is a different kettle of fish entirely. It's very good. I don't know if anyone can beat his car in the race, but we'll have to see. We'll certainly here at Ferrari give it a good old shot, because we're on the front row provisioning at the moment with only 8 minutes to go. Yeah, so might just pop out again, run a few last laps, go for it, see if we can pip that 1:35.9, but be more than happy if that stays as the pole time for tomorrow's Grand Prix. Very happy indeed. So yeah. as we saw, 16 race season, as it was back then. 85, right, okay. Let's just quickly check the setup. Okay, we don't want to take that down another notch, do we? No, we'll keep it as that. It'll be saved as that, won't it? Right, let's go out. Let's go out. Last hurrah, get the engine, tyres and everything. Brakes up to operating temperature. And, get ready to defend pole if Alberto goes half a second quicker, which you never know. Maybe a slipstream lap or something. I found this if I go too crazy and I get an untidy lap, it's slower. So I'm trying to be as smooth as I can and try and get a good run out of the corners. But you can't just, like there for example, you can't just slam the bottom down when you're not going in a dead straight line, otherwise the rear will just step out. You may well find yourself spun off on the track. 6th gear then. Probably quite a few times I've tried to pull for 6th gear. There isn't one. Yeah, if you go too fast there, you can't quite get the run down clear. So there's a few little tweaks I can do here. I've noticed, but definitely need to. There's a few also corners also where you have to kind of not go crazy, because if you go far too fast around one corner, it leads into another corner. You often miss the apex of the next corner when you're going too hot. Some of these. So here we go. So that was good braking. I braked right at the point where I just come out. Traffic. Whee! We'll do the last punch on the straight. How powerful is the Peloton round Alfa Romeo? Hi mate, is that from there? Or is that farming? Renault's pretty quick. Well, hey, once the Renault gets into gear, I noticed earlier that out of the corners, it's like there's a kind of a turbo lag almost from that Renault. Out of the corners, it can be a little bit sluggish, but once it gets cracking, it's great. It seems to be matching. Certainly in my hands anyway. Right. Go third, maybe. Go second there. Maybe third is the key, but you've got to be really on it now. If you go third, you go a bit too quick. You could go sailing off the track. The car's in. Laps in the race, but then of course we have fuel, don't we, in the race, just thinking about it, so a bit different. The Angeles round. Right. Third. Maybe I should have stayed fourth for the first part. Debatable. To keep an eye on exactly if there's any changes to the original listings for the grid. Don't know if the conditions are getting slower though, you know. Not sure. Oops, a bit hot, a bit hot. Damage to the front there. Right, let's take it back to the pits. Back to the pits we go. Well, they're all out there on their last lap. Let's see if they can get something done. There we go. Happy with that. Whew. Look at that. Right. That's it. That is it. Wow. So there we go. So happy with that. We've managed to get pole position for tomorrow's Brazilian Grand Prix. So happy with that. First, the new season. You're never quite sure how it's going to go, but wow. So, pole position, Ben Summers. Michele Alboreto, my teammate, sharing the front row with me. Ayrton Senna and Rosberg on row 2. Then we've got Mansell and De Angelis, the two teammates. Row 3 on, or row 2 on row 3. Row 4 we got Prost and Lafitte. Then we've got the two Renault pair on the 5th row. Then we've got Nicky Lauda just outside the top 10 still. Didn't quite make it to the top 10. But I think he'll be quicker in the race. Gerhard Berger, a couple of sort of all Austrian row 6 there. Pier Luigi Martini in the Minardi there, 13th. Martin Brundle 14th. PK 15th. Alio Patrese, Chiva, Teo Fabe, Jonathan Palmer, Manfred Winkelhock, Piercarlo Ginzani. And we've got Mark Schurer in the Brabham, and the back of the grid on the final grid place, 24th on the grid, Alan Jones there in the Lola. There we go. So completely happy with that. We'll have to see how we get on tomorrow in the Brazilian Grand Prix. Join me for tomorrow's Brazilian Grand Prix.